Hi, Facebook. So today I just got out of the Allen County GOP's sexual harassment training that they give all the Republican primary candidates. Just kind of wanted to share with you a few thoughts here. I fully admit that I kind of came into this very skeptical. Personally, as somebody who is overall generally a decent person, I didn't feel like I really needed any of this training. I'm not worried about myself. I'm not going to sexually harass anybody, so why do I need sexual harassment training? But I decided to come anyways, just to kind of get an idea of what it was going to be like. I had my preconceptions. I walked in here figuring that this was probably going to be some sort of a photo op for politicians. We go there and we receive we take a class. It doesn't really tell us much of anything other than be decent human beings. Hey, look, we did something. The press would be there, run to the cameras, talk about how wonderful you are, about how much you care about this training, and then you move along your way saying, hey, look at how wonderful we are. We're the GOP and we care about women. That was kind of what I expected it to be. What I'm grateful for is that's not really what I saw in the training. So the training was conducted by Tom Harris and Sam Bollinger. They got up and they gave a presentation, and the presentation was a really good one. It was one made from a standpoint of common sense. That didn't really go over, obviously, don't do this to a woman, don't do that to a woman, kind of what I thought it would be. There was more common sense, because obviously you shouldn't be doing any of these horrible things that's happening right now with the Me Too movement and everything. So the presentation I thought was a really good one. It largely focused on how do you run and how do you deal with sexual harassment accusations and happenings inside of a political campaign. So it's not so much, concentrating on, hey, what happens if you do something like this? No, because the training, obviously we shouldn't be doing something like that. But it's along the lines of, if you have a campaign staffer you're working with and you start hearing allegations from inside the staff about them doing something inappropriate, you need to really jump on that immediately, because that could blow up into a major scandal in no time. So it gave you some good tips, some good pointers on, if you're managing a campaign, how to get ahead of that stuff. Whenever you do have a campaign and you're looking for volunteers, have them do this, have them do that, sign this, sign that, make sure to create a positive atmosphere for your campaign. So I thought the training overall was actually pretty good, despite my preconceptions. I thought it was actually a pretty good training. I was fully, like I said, I walked in there believing that there's going to be press there and everything else. There wasn't any. I didn't see any press there. No candidates really got up and tried to grandstand talking about themselves. It was actually very informative and a very good training. Kudos to the Allen County Republican Party for putting this on, because I thought it was actually really good. And those are my thoughts. I just kind of wanted to share it with you. I'm sure there'll be things in the newspaper about it, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys an overall sense, because I know in my earlier Facebook post, I was very skeptical as what this was actually going to do. Like, this was, I didn't really think this was going to benefit me at all, but I actually did. As somebody who wants to eventually begin running some, not only my own campaign, but, larger campaigns for candidates for higher office, I found this training really, really informative. So thank you to the Allen County GOP for having this, and especially Tom Harris and Sam Bollinger for giving the class.